Ruby, and this is an impromptu studio vlog that I wasn't really planning to do, but some stuff happened with my art business and I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you don't know me, I'm Ruby. I'm a 23-year-old self-employed artist and content creator. I started my YouTube career by doing video essays, and I talk about art business, and I have a community of other artists on Discord, and of course I have an art shop like so many artists have these days. And honestly, I'm still a small artist. I haven't really had like my big breakthrough. I have about 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have under 1,000 on Instagram, but I actually just had a reel of my art go kind of viral on Instagram. I don't know if it counts, but it has over 100,000 likes, which is way more than I've ever had in my life, and I finally have some orders on my shop, so that's really exciting. I think all of us artists have that dream of just getting constant orders on your shop and having like a bunch of mail to ship to all your buyers, and it's finally happened for me. It's not like a ton of orders. I'm not saying I made like a ton of money, but it's money, and it's my first time making money from my art this consistently and at this volume. So I'm very proud of myself and I'm really happy, and I feel like I've been kind of waiting for this moment. Like I've kind of just been trusting the process, even though I haven't been seeing the best results. I just kept posting on Instagram, I just kept making art, kept making YouTube videos, kind of trusting that I have taken the time to understand marketing, business, content creation. I've taken the time to learn these skills and build up, and I just trusted that it would work out eventually, and I think it finally has. So yeah, I want to chat about art business, a bit more about this first time success that I found while I pack some orders. So here are all the orders I have, and I already wrote down the addresses on the back, and I did a little doodle of cats on the front. I thought that was really cute. Okay, so this person wanted a Glorp print, the alien cat, and then 2 scrunch prints, which is the Rigby cat. 1 Glorp, 2 scrunch, 2 freaky cat prints, not staring. 2 freakies. I really like the way that I've named these things. Makes it funny while I'm packing. So the popular reel that I made was based off of this painting. This is an internet cat named Rigby. She has some kind of like neurological disorder, I think, and she does these really funny faces, and she's a really like happy and goofy cat. And she's got a lot of fans, and I kind of made fan art of her, like it's like cat fan art, I suppose. And yeah, this is another cat. He's known as like the Shell Shock or Staring Cat. His name's Zazu Babyman on Instagram. And my last one was Glorp. Glorp is like a internet meme of animals transformed into aliens. Sorry if the lighting's bad. And these are all original paintings, so I sell them for a bit more because they're like the raw painting. No one's ever gonna own an exact copy of this, so they do cost a little bit more, and people have bought the originals from me. And of course I also made prints of my paintings, so they just came in. This is my first time seeing them, but this is the print of Rigby, and it's very glossy, and I'm really happy with the quality. I'm not very good with digital stuff because I am like a traditional artist. I work with physical, traditional mediums rather than digital, but I worked with like Krita, the free drawing program, and I just looked up some tutorials and they were really helpful. And yeah, I made prints of all of them. I'm really happy with the colors. So now I just wanted to chat a little bit about art business in general and just how things are going. So how did I make these sales? I made an Instagram reel. I basically made fan art of a famous cat, so I targeted a audience that is already there, like they're already a group of people that likes this cat, so I didn't have to like generate an audience. It was already there, I just needed to find it. So I went into this thinking that I was gonna sell polymer clay on my shop, and I still really like polymer clay, and I'm gonna try to sell it and still make it, but I think that when it comes to like e-commerce and online shops, you just need to go to where the people who want to buy art, where they already are. You need to meet them there, and you need to make them something that they want. You need to supply a demand. So the polymer clay that I'm making, it's a cute little gift, but no one is seeking it out. You know what I mean? I think they would do really good at markets, because when you're walking by and you see like a keychain or a necklace and you think of like, oh, my friend's birthday's coming up, and you buy it for them, that makes a lot of sense, but no one's really seeking it out or looking around on reels, in my experience. I mean, if I really tried and I kept pushing and making more videos and looking for that audience, I think maybe it could eventually pay off, but it just was taking a long time. And I also do other art that I wanted to experiment with and see what does well online. So I think that's a big lesson here, is that learn where people are, learn how to target them and find your audience. And if something isn't working, then rethink your strategy, then rethink your marketing and your editing and even just what you're doing, like what you're making. the next thing I was thinking is this sustainable? Am I gonna keep getting this many orders? And I think no. I think this will slow down eventually. I'm still getting orders every now and then, not a ton. 15 orders isn't a lot when you think about it. I mean, in 2 days for me, that's a crazy amount, and this is pretty much all I've sold in my whole art business career so far, other than a few markets that I did last year. But yeah, I think that if I can keep up with making social media content, if I can keep targeting this niche, keep making different things for this niche, then I do think this is a little bit sustainable, because people were buying my prints of other cats, of other art, because they were going to my shop based on that video and seeing other things that they liked. So that's a very good sign. That's a very good sign that the other things I'm doing, even though the reels didn't like pop off like this one, are still enjoyed and still have an audience that want to buy it. So the next thing I've been rethinking is my content creation strategy. And I think that I might drop Patreon because I don't have any paid subscribers. I have a few people just following me, but Patreon, I've realized that I can't do everything. I tried to do like Patreon and Ko-fi and Instagram and TikTok, YouTube, all these different things, and I'm realizing that I do have a finite amount of time and that I really can't do it all. So Patreon, I think I'm gonna move a bit away from it because I don't think a lot of people can afford subscriptions right now. I think that the economy is a little bit, you know, not great, and I'm already thankful enough people are at least buying things from me. So I think that expecting them to pay for a subscription is like not realistic. I don't think that I even make the content that people would be really willing to subscribe to. I might revisit Patreon in the future, but for now I think I might like close shop. I might just shut it down. I think Ko-fi for a few tips would be a nice place to direct people to if they want to tip me, but subscriptions, I don't think that that's realistic for me right now. But I'm also rethinking my marketing strategy. I think that I've realized that different platforms need different content, because obviously the people buying, I don't think a single person, am I flashing the addresses? Oh, I'm so stupid. I don't think anyone that bought from my Instagram follow my YouTube. I don't even think they know that I'm a YouTuber and that I have a decent following on here, because the people who follow me are artists here, and the people who are buying from me are not artists. And I think that that's actually a really good thing. I don't think that's a bad thing at all, because there's been a big discussion in art business, like in the community, about what happens when your entire audience is artists. Are we selling to each other? Are we not reaching other people? How do we like get out of that? And I think that I found my way of getting out of that and finding a different niche to sell to. So I think that my videos are for artists. I think that I will talk about art and art business and do little vlogs and meet other artists. I love meeting other artists. You guys are so amazing. I think my YouTube will always be for artists, but I think that my social media, like my Instagram and my TikTok, need to be for my buyers, because I need a place to sell art, and YouTube, I think, isn't the best place to sell art. It's a good place to meet your audience, to find an audience, and I have had a few people who have seen art in my videos and say, oh, I want to buy that, like I would buy that off you if you're selling it. But substantial orders like this, I've only found on Instagram so far, So in the last 2 days, I made 15 sales, $420. These are all the envelopes of the original paintings and the prints. But then of course there's fees. My website builder doesn't take any fees, but Stripe does, because they process the payment. So Stripe takes a fee, and then I have to pay for shipping. I do account for the shipping. I like charge a few dollars for it. And then there's the packaging, you know, all the envelopes and the cellophane, and then there's the printing costs. I spent maybe like around $30 printing. Quite a few prints. I didn't sell all of them. It was 84 cents per print. And then of course the cost of the paint, the cost of the canvas, there's all sorts of costs. And then taxes, you know, if I pay income taxes, then of course that also ticks away. So it's never as much as it looks like. That's an important lesson in art business and self-employment in general, that your income is never what it looks like. It's less. So I'm not gonna like go and blow all that money or anything. Speaking of websites, I'd like to thank Hostinger for sponsoring this video. Hostinger is a web hosting platform that I personally use to create and customize my website. With their business plan, I was able to launch my art shop with 0% transaction fees, making it a great place to sell your art without additional or hidden fees. To create a website, simply head over to your Hostinger account, click websites, and add a website using their builder. Choose from their 150 free templates and get started right away. Using their drag and drop features, it's super easy for anyone to create and customize their website, even without coding knowledge. My favorite thing about them is their price. I find Hostinger a lot more affordable than other options I've tried, and it also comes with a domain name and email profiles included in the price, so you can get that custom professional look right off the bat. And on top of that, you can get a discount on all yearly plans with the code RUBY. Just head over to hostinger.com/Ruby, choose the business plan to get a website and shop, and apply the code RUBY to get an additional 10% off. Plus, choosing a 48-month plan will get you 3 months for free. Thank you so much to Hostinger for making this video possible. Of course, this is my first time doing this well. It's not like I'm an expert. These are just my reflections, and I know that a lot of you are on a similar journey to me. I know a lot of you are looking for some insight and advice, and yeah, I just wanted to share what is working, what isn't working, and my experience from this little 2-day order explosion that I had. So this was really fun, and I'm so happy I was able to share my art with people. I'm so happy to find people that finally were able to buy from my shop, because it is really discouraging when you like have a website, you own the domain, you pay for a PO box, like I pay for a virtual address, which is basically a PO box, and you're paying for all these things, you've got all like the packaging stuff ready and paid for, and then you're just waiting for the orders and they're not coming in. That was really disappointing, and it was really hard for me, and like it's so discouraging when no one is ordering from you but you've invested money into art business. And that's why I always say that it's good to take things slow. It's good to not invest too much money, especially at the beginning, and to find free resources where you can. I was in a place where if I failed right now, like if I didn't make any sales, I wouldn't have lost all my life savings. I would have been fine. Like I have a backup plan, I have other jobs I can apply to, qualifications, savings, and I live with my parents. I'm not like at risk of being homeless, I guess. I'm definitely glad for that safety net. It's helped me keep creating even when I'm failing. I don't really consider it failing though, I just consider it like still learning and still growing. So another question I asked myself is, am I a full-time artist now? And I would say no. I don't think I will ever be a full-time artist by my definition, because my definition means I'm only making money from my art and I'm making enough to like pay all my living expenses. And not even close. $420, and I think like that's the peak. I think it's just gonna slow down now, my orders. That's not even enough to pay rent for a month. So obviously not. Art doesn't make me enough money to sustain myself. I personally don't think I will ever be a full-time artist. I think I will always be an artist and a content creator, because content has gotten me monetized on YouTube. I get paid for AdSense. It's gotten me brand deals, and it's been really good with supplementing my income during those slow months. And I'm actually having a slow content creation month right now. I posted a video that absolutely tanked. It got like the least amount of views I've ever had in my life, and I'm so shocked that this far in my journey I can still do that bad on YouTube. So clearly nothing is stable about being self-employed, and that's not a bad thing. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. And it's so amazing that the month I have my slowest YouTube month ever, I have my highest art shop ever. And it really just goes to show that I am putting my effort in the right spots, and that I am diversifying my income sources, and I'm just really happy with how it's all working out. I really feel like I'm like getting emotional here. I really feel like it's finally working out. I have an audience on YouTube. I have an audience on Instagram now. I have buyers. I've had people rebuy from me. Repeat buyers are like a good sign that you have people who like your product and are coming back to you, and who like recognize you and remember you. So I'm doing something right. Obviously I can still improve in some areas. I'm not super successful. I'm not even making enough to live off of right now, but this is a great start and I'm really happy. And this video might tank too. Who knows, you know, that's YouTube, that's the internet. But for now, I'm just really, really excited about where I am, and excited to give my art to people and to have my art be in other people's homes and on their walls. And I'm so excited. So I think that's about all I had to say. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here and being part of my community. I really, really appreciate it. If you're an artist, you can check out my Discord and come talk to me and a bunch of other artists. We love meeting new people there. Share your art, talk about your channel, share your channel. I will have all my links and my socials in the description if you want to find me elsewhere. And have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!